recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios Brisbane on 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Z Games.
With 10 years experience and over 500 episodes,
Z Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture.
Want to reach out? Message us on Facebook at ZEDGamesAU.
Hello, you're listening to Z Games. My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio tonight is...
Caroline!
And... really, we've got the whole range of everything you could possibly want.
I got the range
in a show that is about games. We've got the game range. The game range, yes. We have gaming news. We have gaming chats. No reviews tonight. But we will be taking a little bit of a trip down history, reminiscing, going over memories that might make us grumpy. Might be dramatic.
We had to walk uphill both ways in the snow for the video games.
And it was an escort mission as well.
That sounds horrible.
We'll get to that in a bit. First, let's just listen to some news. All right? Because the Zahra who recorded the news is much more coherent than the Zahra who is currently speaking. Alrighty?
Rip to you.
Rip to me. Let's go. This week in gaming news. Suicide Squad isn't squatting just yet. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be taking a little while longer than originally anticipated, with the May release being pushed back to later this year. Why? Well, after the release of new gameplay footage just last month, the game has been hit with criticism, even by fans who've been looking forward to the Rocksteady game since it was first revealed in August 2020. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has traditionally villainous characters such as Harley Quinn and Captain Boomerang ganging up to take care of some more ethically murky missions. It wasn't stated that the reason for the delay was a criticism, but fans have been warned that it's unlikely to revamp the game, but rather make some tweaks to hopefully make it more enjoyable for players. This isn't the first delay for this game, with the originally early 2022 release being pushed back to May this year. No more Fortnite, if you use Windows 7 or 8. Future seasons of Fortnite, the massively popular Battle Royale, will no longer be natively supported on older operating systems. Live service games, examples including Destiny 2, Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, and Genshin Impact, tend to require a lot of maintenance and constant updates, a task that just isn't feasible anymore for older operating systems. This change has been attributed to Epic wanting to grow our technology and expand the game to fulfill our vision of Fortnite's future, which prompted Chapter 4 to be launched on Unreal Engine 5. It is recommended that players upgrade their operating system. However, it is possible to stream it via Nvidia's GeForce Now cloud service. Second Life, new mobile life. Remember Second Life? The web browser game that allowed users to host rooms and spaces that were fully customizable, using online avatars that were also fully customizable. VR chat before VR chat, if you will. It's no secret that Second Life is responsible for relationships, marriages, breakups, thousands of hours of joy and heartbreak. And now it's coming to mobile, with the life simulator currently in development. The Last of Us influence. With the TV series The Last of Us, based off the video games by Naughty Dog, there is more interest than ever in the universe, especially as the show introduced new elements that didn't feature in the games. And now it appears that some of these elements will make their way into future games. This, of course, depends on whether another game in the series will be introduced, but Neil Druckmann, co-president of Naughty Dog, has found some inspiration in the show, which may introduce some new levels of horror or lore to the universe. And now for some upcoming games. March 16 brings The Dark Pictures Switchback VR for the PSVR 2 and River Tales Stronger Together for PC. March 17 brings Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon for the Switch, The Guys for the PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch, Peppa Pig World Adventures for the PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Switch, and WWE 2K23 for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One. March 21 brings Deceive Inc. for the PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X, Remnant From the Ashes for the Switch, Cheer for the PC, PS5 and PS4, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution for the PS VR 2. March 22nd brings Have a Nice Death for the Switch. That's it this week in gaming news. Thank you so much for the news, Past Zahra. That was very informative.
Thank you, Zahra.
I don't know about you two, but I am exactly. Thank you. You're on the same wavelength. So excited for Peppa Pig.
I hate
World
Peppa
Adventures.
Pig, but it's in my head.
What are you going to play it on? I'm going to play it on the Switch. I've decided that right now.
Okay, I'll watch you play it,
Okay,
and
yeah.
then I'll walk out of the room when it gets too infuriating.
Yeah, Peter, what are you getting Peppa Pig on?
I didn't know it existed until I saw the news release the other day, and I'm like, wow, that's a game.
I actually don't want to talk about Peppa Pig, although
I'm curious now, so I'm going to watch a trailer for it after
I'm going to
this,
watch a
but
singular trailer. Who knows?
Who knows? It might be one of those rare little gems like Viva Pinata.
Oh,
Ended up being great.
Viva Pinata. Such a beautiful game. Absolutely tragic. No one warned me that I should not name the
your
worms
Yep.
and get attached to them. I did not think about the food chain. But speaking of food chain, this has nothing to do with the food chain. The Last of Us, the influence. I am loving the fact that the Last of Us show is actually inspiring the creator. Like, just being like,
Yeah.
I love what you did with this. It's like, I don't know, you move into a house and you do some renovations,
love what you
and then
did with the place.
the original owner comes back and is like, "Ooh, I love the color for the walls," and being very sincere.
It's
no,
artists
they're being
inspiring
sarcastic
artists
and
inspiring
terrible.
artists.
I was saying earlier that I've only watched 2 episodes. I'm hoping to watch more. But I have
not over dinner. Which is why we haven't been watching it, because that's when we watch our TV.
It's not a dinner time show. But it is a good show.
It is.
Yep.
And some of the creative liberties that they've taken, like some of the decisions that they've made, very, very. It's just very enriching for the world of The Last of Us.
It doesn't take away from the original, it adds to it.
Yeah, it's just like that's really cool. What if I just add a little bit of lemon juice to that? And it's like, that has brought out the flavor notes of this delicious dish so nicely.
This nice mushroom souffle.
Yeah, souffle.
I don't know, I'm trying to make a metaphor, it's not working.
Mushroom souffle works,
Mushroom souffle.
considering everything's fungus.
Yeah. Oh, it does. Yeah.
The fungus among us.
Fungus
Click.
among us. Do you think you two could survive in the world of The Last of Us?
Yes.
No, I would do something stupid and just die instantly, probably.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be on Peter's team.
Yep. Bye.
I'll do a nice little funeral for you, and then I'm going to burn your body so you don't refungus.
I'm gonna crawl out of the fire.
No.
After you, and I'm gonna bite your ankles.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not gonna do that because you're my friend. All right. And if
but if you've killed me, I'm not
but
gonna.
the fungus isn't your friend.
Well, okay. You two are raining on my parade.
I am here to rain. I am a cloud. I am
The
a little
opposite of
storm
Bruce the
cloud.
Shark. Fungus is not friend.
Fungus is not friend. Except for portobello mushrooms. They are lovely. I am team mushroom.
Nah, get them away from me.
Well,
All of them.
more for me. That's what I always
You
say.
can have all
Until
the
they
mushroom.
control your brain.
Yeah.
Do people in The Last of Us eat the mushroom people?
No.
No.
Because there was an episode of Hannibal
yes.
that was like that.
But
This may be the new ways that he's going.
Cordyceps. They weren't cordyceps. That's the important thing. Those
I'm
were
just
just
wondering
in
if
Hannibal.
there
Those
could-
were just like normal mushrooms that don't possess people.
Yes.
Crossover episode, though.
Crossover episode.
Could it
though,
happen?
Is Hannibal?
Do you think Hannibal Lecter would survive in this zombie mushroom apocalypse?
No, because we all watched the end of Hannibal. And that's all I have to say about that. This is Z Games, and with me in the studio tonight is Caroline and Peter.
Hey-oh.
And I'm actually going to give everyone a little bit of a history lesson. What about Tetris.
Excuse me, teacher, I need to go to the bathroom.
You should have gone earlier during the music break. You should have planned better, and quite frankly, that's not my problem. I'm here to teach you about Tetris, because what most people don't realize is that this is actually a rather complicated... The story of Tetris. We all know Tetris.
Yes.
Falling blocks, different shapes. Everything is an arrangement of 4 blocks, and you basically just like fill in the gaps with these blocks as they're falling.
Tetronomos? That's how you pronounce it,
I think so. I don't know. I'm just a fan of the game.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone.
Many variations.
Yeah, there's about 10 trillion variations of Tetris. Everyone and their mum and their dog and their fish has played some form of Tetris. And I know that for a fact because even my mum has at least touched the keyboard while Tetris was playing. And why am I talking about Tetris, you may ask? It's because there is a movie coming out.
Yes.
It's not a movie about... It's
not a movie that's Tetris is the game and that's the whole movie. It's more about the creation of Tetris and the adoption of it into the multiple different areas,
it's a documentary.
Platforms.
It's a documentary. It's very dramatic about it because the story of Tetris is actually pretty dramatic. So most people...
Are you spoiling the movie?
Yes. But also not that much because I don't know what the movie is covering.
The movie's going to play it up for entertainment value.
There's political intrigue in the movie, and I guess there was political intrigue in the original. We'll get to that. Okay, so basically, Tetris was invented by Alexei Pajitnov in 1984. He is a Russian creator, obviously, and kind of... Ever since then, it's been a bit of a turbulent time for Tetris because it was just a perfect game. Very easy to put onto absolutely everything. Very marketable. Anyone could like pick up and learn to play it and become pretty much addicted right off the bat, which has led to a phenomenon known as the Tetris effect.
Yes.
Where you start to see blocks just falling all the time. So really quick history lesson. It's been, it was invented in 1984. 1948 would have been bonkers.
Yeah, fair bit earlier.
It's been published by a bunch of companies, and it's had a lot of disputes over the appropriation of rights, especially in the late 1980s when it was like really starting to kick off. For a while, rights were basically belonged to Nintendo for a few years before they returned to Alexei in 1996, where he co-founded the Tetris company, which has been managing Tetris ever since to the best of its ability. I say to the best of its ability because by the end of 2011, Tetris had sold 202 million copies. So that's
a lot.
It's a lot of copies of a game. And I've written up a short list of some of the consoles that Tetris has appeared on. This is a short list because the actual list is massive and included systems I've never even heard of. Fridges, yeah. That's
you'd be surprised.
Keychain.
Keychains.
That's what I had a dodgy little off-brand keychain that just had Tetris on it.
This is like official releases of Tetris. If we start getting into unofficial releases, copycats, Nintendo have had a couple of copycats with like Dr. Mario, for example.
I played that before I ever played Tetris, surprisingly.
I mean, not that surprising. It was probably the most accessible version available to you at the time. It was also published on Commodore 64, Atari, Apple OS, Mega Drive, NES, Game Boy, Microsoft, Super NES, PlayStation, like every PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, Pokemon Mini, which was released only in Japan and Europe. That was a tiny keychain Tetris game with a Pokemon theme.
Oh, that's cute. I want that.
Game Boy Advance, or the Xbox's iPod.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense. You can just spin the little, you're just very tactile. Nintendo DS, 3DS and Switch, Facebook, smart devices, and just a ton.
I literally have just downloaded Tetris on my phone now.
Yeah. I could probably get it on my smartwatch if I was wearing my watch. And it's just like...
It's so simple to code for as well.
Yeah. I think a lot of like game devs, when they at some point might have tried to recreate Tetris as a little bit of a learning tool.
Yep.
Because it's a very simple game. It's a very simple concept, and yet it has stayed in society for so long.
It's because it's so simple that it just captivates everybody's mind, because everybody can pick up and grasp how to play it pretty damn quickly without pretty much any instruction whatsoever.
Yeah, like no, Cam's mentioned the Tetris Effect. Tetris. The game is called Tetris Effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, cool.
There is a version of it called Tetris Effect.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I've said Tetris so many times now.
Tetris.
Which looks amazing. And we actually watched a YouTuber play Tetris for the first time in Tetris Effect. And
that was wild.
It was initially infuriating.
Yes.
Because how could someone have not played Tetris ever before? But I guess it really is a testament to just how perfect it is.
Yep.
That, anyone can learn how to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And become pretty proficient at it in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
You're never going to be perfect at it, or a grandmaster or whatever they have for the competitions and stuff.
I cannot even imagine what a grandmaster Tetris tournament would even look like. They're going to be calculating on levels I can't even fathom.
I don't like playing it with touch controls.
You will get used to it, all right? You're going to get used to it because you're going to tell us how that specific version of Tetris feels.
It feels weird. Oh, wait, I'm getting used to it. Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring it up because at the end of the month is the movie Tetris coming out on what Apple thingo. I don't know.
Apple TV?
Apple TV. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so that comes out at the end of the month. And if you haven't watched the trailer, it really is just quite historical, I would say. But with the flair for drama, a bit of political intrigue.
Well, otherwise people wouldn't go see it. Because
it's played up for entertainment, but it's got a good amount of history in there as well.
And I think that's just going to be really fun. I don't want a game about being in Tetris. I can just play Tetris.
Yeah, we don't need a repeat of Pixels.
Yeah, like...
No. Oh, you said the thing.
You said it. Yep. Yeah, so... History of Tetris, it really is, I'm only scraping the very surface of it. It's had a lot of drama, it's had a lot of issues, there's been like a lot of back and forth, there's a billion copycats out there.
Yep.
And that's just because Tetris is fun.
Yeah.
It really is just a fun game.
Yeah, no, my favourite version recently was definitely the Tetris 99.
Oh.
Battle Royale Tetris.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Only one can win.
How did you find that?
Distracting for many hours when I played it. I don't think I picked it up again since that one day, but I played it for a good 4 or 5 hours.
Well, let me know if you do pick it up again, because I'm actually kind of terrified of it. I'm terrified of Battle Royale games, and I stress very easily under pressure. So I think that combination will have interesting but predictable results.
I beat the level and now it's playing ads.
Yeah. My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio tonight is Caroline and Peter. And we are here to have a little bit of a whinge.
I'm always here for a whinge.
But
whinge time.
I just did something here. No, I fixed it. It's all good.
Do we have some cheese to go with our wine?
Perhaps. We are here to talk about some of our video game pet peeves. And that includes stuff like things that the developers did, which were definitely an interesting choice, and stuff about like what some of our fellow players do that is just also an interesting choice. I'm going to start off with
Ooh.
Bad tutorials.
Yep.
Yes.
Incomplete tutorials that are just badly designed, tutorials that are just words after words after words. I have noticed this especially in bigger games, such as games that have been around for quite a while, like Monster Hunter or Destiny, especially Destiny 2 right now, and for the past few years, really.
Yep.
I don't think you should need someone to specifically guide you through the tutorial. It's not uncommon for new players to just be like, hey, yo, where's the tutorial? I'm lost.
Yep.
It's just, I find it quite frustrating, and I'm so tired of explaining things.
Conversely, also unskippable tutorials for franchises that have been around and not changed in 50 years.
You can say Pokemon.
I'm talking about Pokemon.
Put in an option for that.
I quite liked what some of the Sonic, modern Sonic games have done, where they'll be like, hey, if you've never played a Sonic game before, you might want to select this option. Otherwise, just go nuts, go ham, go fast, go.
Yep.
You know what you're doing, you'll figure it out.
Can I say something relating to Pokemon that annoys me?
Yes.
It is becoming overleveled just by exploring the bits of the game that they've opened up to you in the beginning. You go, oh, this is all available. I'm going to go explore and catch stuff. And then, oh, first gym, cool. I am vastly overleveled for this, and just my first Pokemon.
You were just in the area. Doing normal stuff.
I was just doing things, and I guess I should have just gone straight to the gym, but no, I don't want to. I want to actually explore this game that I'm playing.
Yeah, it's part
Catch
of
the Pokemon.
Part of the appeal of an open world game. You want to explore the open world.
Yeah,
and
it shouldn't like ruin the game experience for you.
Yeah,
by playing the game.
Yeah, because everything is so heavily slanted towards the gyms and stuff, and people who just like to catch Pokemon, and I don't know. Fill the Pokédex. Hello, I'm a completionist. I like to do that.
Moving on.
Sorry, I could spend all day.
You had your time. Peter.
Yes.
Yo, what is your pet peeves?
My pet peeve one is specifically with games recently is how many times I have to hit escape after I'm getting annoyed at a game or the community or whatever it is. It's just like escape. Nope, I'm not escaping the game yet. Escape several times. And then you get the option to quit, and the escape button just closes that window.
Just you want to leave. You need to go like calm down, drink some water, pet an animal, and the game's just like, are you sure? Are you sure you need to calm down? Because I think you need to keep playing.
Stay with us,
please.
Oh yeah,
please. I'm aware. I need to leave. I need to evacuate.
Yes, that's definitely a big one. The other one, skippable and unskippable cutscenes.
Yeah.
I like a good cutscene sort of idea, but when eventually it overstays its welcome, or if you've played the game before and you're just playing through it, and you know it's a 15-ish minute cutscene or something, and it's just like, I'm just going to go get a drink now because I can't skip this at all.
Yeah.
Or at least giving you the option to do that. Or, on vice versa to that, if you know it's a long cutscene and you need to go pee, and it's the first time you're experiencing it, let me pause the damn cutscene.
Let us pause. Let us skip. It's fine. Give options. Everyone loves options.
We don't care about your vision, game developers. Just let us drive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give us the agency that we desire.
Okay. So I find this quite frustrating. And this was something that would happen quite a lot during our Destiny 2 years of we're gearing up to go on to do this difficult nightfall. It's just you and me, so we're going to team up with some random, and we're like, okay, hopefully and then it'll be just like some clown who's like, I'm AFK and I'm going to have my little do my little jumps so it doesn't look like I'm AFK to the system. And it's like, please, this is quite a difficult mission. We need more help, and you're just taking a spot. And also, it took us 20 minutes just to get through the queue in the first place. Yeah. So, leave.
Also, people who just run ahead in Destiny.
Not all of us are good at the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just like hang back just a little bit. Stay with the group.
Yes.
Like I'm just like, come on, we're a team, we're a squad, we're a fire team. Yeah. That's right there in the name.
Yeah.
Like, presumably, teamwork is a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
But here's the question then. Is it the game that you're having an issue with that's not allowing you to have to avoid those or giving you the options to avoid those sort of players? Or are you having the issue with the community?
I think I'm
Both.
having an issue with the community.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, yes, we can vote to kick the person.
Yep.
That's always an option. But when it takes a while to actually find someone to fill that spot so then you can actually do the mission,
Yep.
it's really frustrating. You don't want to go through that search again. We've only got so much time. We're adults. I have work early in the morning.
Yep.
Like, I only got maybe an hour and a half. I can't spend that time in a queue.
Yeah.
It's just a little It's
one of those
annoying.
frustrating things that you unfortunately have to deal with as part of the
Yeah.
online communities of games.
It's just what
But it's still
happens.
annoying.
It's still
a
annoying.
pet peeve.
And that's
Very
what
much so.
we're here about.
Yeah.
Caroline, do you have another one?
Yes, there was that one shrine in Breath of the Wild that had decided it would have the gyroscopic controls where you had to tilt the
The board
switch
thing?
Yes, tilt the switch that would move the board. There were several shrines that did it, but there was one in particular that you had to get the ball through a maze and it could fall off the edge.
Yeah.
I came so close to just
Quitting forever?
quitting forever, screaming, just doing a murder.
Yeah. Which is not really what you want from a video game.
And the fact that I couldn't legit beat it, I had to cheese it by flipping the switch upside down to completely bypass the maze.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's hilarious, actually. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I think that should be allowed. How about you, Peter? You got anything else for us?
Very much so. One thing that I have been recently playing is Ratchet and Clank on my PS5 sort of thing. And
Yeah.
I just decided I wanted to start it again, and it's just like, okay, cool. I would like to play on the hardest difficulty possible, but it puts it behind I have to finish the game first.
Oh.
I get a New Game Plus version, which would be great, but I don't want to have to play the hardest difficulty on New Game Plus. I just want to go for the hardest difficulty and spend as much time as I can playing through that difficulty.
Yeah, it's like, you've played a Ratchet and Clank before. Like, we've been playing Ratchet and Clank since Ratchet and Clank was a thing. It's just like, let us play on the hardest difficulty. Not just for Ratchet and Clank,
No.
but for other games as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm a big Borderlands fan as well, and I have to play through the entire game just to get to the true game, which is the true Vault Hunter mode, which actually puts the proper difficulties in and adds in extra mechanics and things like that. It's just like I have to play through the entire game just to play the mode that I want to play.
You don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Again, are we just getting older and we just have like other priorities in life, and now we're just
Well, that's definitely a part of it, I think, but a lot of it still comes down to what's the main demographic for the game that this is made for. Like if it's for young adults are working for the most part. Yes, they need to fill up their time, but they still want to be able to jump in and jump out and do what they want to within the game.
And then after the young adults, they some of those young adults end up becoming parents, and then they also need to sort of like jump in and jump out quite a lot. And then after the parenthood, it's I don't know what else is there.
Naps.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess.
And then retirement.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now your
God,
eyes
I'm
are too
looking
bad
forward to
for
that.
monitors.
Games not respecting your time overall is a very irritating thing.
Oh yeah, that's been an issue I've had with WoW and many other MMOs where it's just like, I just want to go do this thing. No, you can only do it once a week.
Oh, come on.
Why?
Like, what is the point? Just, I understand vision. But how much of it is vision and how much of it is you just don't want anyone to play in a slightly different way to how you think it should be played?
Yep.
It must be played this way, otherwise they're not gonna have fun. Because I said so.
Joke's on everyone. I'm not having fun. Well,
Yeah.
I am actually having fun right now.
I was going to say, you're not? Aw.
What's another one? Sometimes I do find it annoying when people who are either take the game too seriously.
Yep.
For example, if you're doing like quick play, you're just there to have like a, just a few
It's-
quick matches.
The whole point is that it's a play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're mucking around. It's not. you don't want to be too silly. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to go climb the tallest building in this map and spend my entire time doing that.
But
That's fun though.
It is fun.
it's usually because I'll have the rest of my team as friends sort of idea, and we're just doing stupid stuff.
Yeah. That's like your own thing. But
Yes.
like people who are like, I'm in quick play and I'm going to take this so seriously because everything hinges on this match. It's like, oh,
You didn't pick the optimal character. I can't believe you've done this.
Oh my god, you didn't pick the meta hero? Why are you even here?
I'm here to have fun
Yeah.
and chew gum. And we're also here to listen to some music.
No.
Last one. Escort quests.
Oh yeah, everyone hates them.
Just escort quests in general.
Especially when they're very
Alright.
slow.
Yes. Just make them the same speed or make them tether to me, whatever it happens to be.
Just take out escort
You should
quests.
just be able to pick them up,
Yep.
sling them over your shoulder, and
Yes.
Alrighty.
Here's my bottomless blag.
Alrighty, that was a good one to end on.
So you're listening to Zed Games, is that it?
You're listening to Zed Games.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Hello, you're listening to Zed Games.
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 Perfect. Thank you.
That's how the egg rolled down the hill.
Yeah. Thank you so much for telling us about that. That was I was on the edge of my seat. Wait, hang on, listeners. I'm so sorry. We can't talk about this story with the egg. It's actually time for us to say goodnight.
Sucks to be you, listeners.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
such
just
a
have
good
to-
story. My favorite
I had
bit.
such a chuckle.
My favorite bit was when the Pope came in with the.
Yep.
It was so funny. Did you two have fun tonight?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. I got a lot off my chest. I'm feeling a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, that was very therapeutic.
Down with the escort quests.
I hope you all had fun at home. And I hope you all had a little bit of a whinge yourself.
Yep.
And we're gonna say good night,
Good night.
goodbye,
Goodbye.
I love you,
I love you.
bye.
Bye.
Avita Thin.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, check out our podcast on Spotify.
Or follow us on social media at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.